Hello, hello. If you can hear me good. Like, hello, 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 hello. There we go. Much better. Welcome back. Another edition of Kane's Corner. Early edition. Got to work in a little while, but figured I'd get one in. First off, congratulations to the Patriots. The New England Patriots are in the AFC Championship game. Have to go into the House of Horrors in Denver. Oh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. Obviously, the backup quarterback is in. Um, A lot of controversy. Can they add somebody? Can they not? John in Spaces last night, the good space, the space that was actually entertaining, somewhat, made the point that they could. I've that they couldn't. They couldn't add anybody, but I've come to find out. I guess they can. Obviously, it's all for naught. It doesn't matter. They're going to start Jarrett Stidham, the Stidham to beat his old team, take them down. It's going to be a war, a fucking war in Denver, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. There's some great games this week. Unbelievable performance by Caleb Williams. I hadn't really watched a lot of him play this year. I haven't watched him play a lot. Not enough, not enough. And watching that game the other day, I couldn't believe it. The guy is just fucking really good. You know, I took a stance, and I think I'm going to stand by it. Like if I had a choice, who I would take over him or May, man, I think I'm going to go with Caleb Williams. I mean, he is that good. Um, it was just that throw. I mean, obviously that's going to get the most recognition, that crazy throw on fourth down, but just the whole game, he's just a dynamic force. Like he's a different kind of athlete. Some comments were made in spaces. Maybe somebody's more cerebral, maybe not. I don't know, but it doesn't matter to me because the athleticism, Jackson, the athleticism, it can't be touched. I mean, that is a superior athlete, in my opinion, to Drake May. Superior. Um, so it's gonna be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. Sunday. I don't even know the time. Not that it matters. It'll be on Sunday, and with a chance to go back to the Super Bowl. I mean, how awful is it for Jets fans, Miami fans, Buffalo fans? Oh, watching Buffalo go down was so great. Josh Allen, one of the great overrated talents of all time, has been talked about in the same breath as Patrick Mahomes. It's just so fucking comical. Really? Patrick Mahomes been to 5 Super Bowls. Josh Allen can't win in big games. I feel bad because some of them are like it could go either way. It's not that he necessarily plays bad, but he wasn't good in this last game. You turn the ball over that many times. I don't understand. If the Patriots lose the game, and Drake May really wasn't that good. I mean, people, I heard there wasn't enough commentary, I think, about how kind of bad Drake made. It's a great defense, but he made a lot of mistakes, and they could have lost, and they didn't. Great, the Patriots defense showed up, but um, you know, Josh Allen just fumbles in the big games. He's just who he is. I think we have to just accept who he is. He's just not that good. I mean, he's not that good in the big spots. Yeah, I mean, his team at times may have let him down. I know he's had some really close losses, some tough losses, but when you turn the ball over that many times, you shouldn't expect to win. And they didn't. They didn't. It was great. Puts us in a great position. Unfortunately, got to go to Denver, but look, that's just like the sidebar from what I kind of really do want to talk about. Um, First of all, PRC, I got it on. I heard PRC's rant the other day. I said this in spaces yesterday. There's 3 things that we know are truths in our lives. We're going to pay taxes. We're going to die. And Manners will never, I mean, fucking never give up this network. Ever. So it was a kind of a weird rant for him to go that route. But I kind of like last night. I kind of took some shots, and I probably shouldn't have. I'm sorry, PRC. I thought it was. I thought honestly, I think we all admit you just haven't been great on the show. And Manners behind the scenes is really a pretty good guy. Like he's helpful. He wants you to succeed. I know people will say this is not true. My experience with him has only been good. I think his worst self is in spaces with these women who suck at running spaces. That's his worst version of Manners. But overall, he does a great job, and he really cares about the fans and the fan content. So I would never want anybody in there by him. Um, I do understand what PRC is kind of coming from, though, in a way. Last night was a good example. It kind of hit me. I kind of realized what we're up against here. What's going on. I mean, we've lost a lot of the good people that were in spaces. First off, they're gone. I mean, Montante never comes in. The memes of the world, I never see these guys anymore. And I used to think they were the shitty part of spaces until this new version has come about. And this new version that we're seeing in spaces, it's something I can't even support anymore. I have to bow out of it. It's so sad. It's so pathetic. And I said it in Jake's space yesterday, who was actually, we had about 6 people in there, and I'm telling you, it was way more entertaining than anything the little guys put out. The Karen Reed stuff, I'll leave it to a different side. Like they had a huge space last night. I have no idea what's going on in there. I find it to be boring. For the most part, it's a bunch of people who make no impact anywhere in life and just talk about nothing. They just ramble and ramble on. And some of these people have now infiltrated kind of in our world, and it culminates in what's happening in spaces. What's happening in spaces, and this is going to maybe a little controversial. It used to be we had guys running the spaces, and we sprinkle in a few women. Strong, tough women. I mean, Anastasia was in there. She's kind of, she has her days. But we had the MMs of the world who would fight. We had other people that would come in and be pretty good contributors. Now these spaces are run by women, and they're not built for it. They're not. You go in there, they cut you off, they knock people out if you don't like what they don't want anything nasty being said. We're gonna go do a fucking woman's spaces. Go do a fucking spaces where you fucking put on fucking makeup, right? And you talk about girl shit. Go fucking do that. That's what you should be doing. Instead, now you go in these spaces, they're so fucking boring and they're shitty. And you got Metters sitting in there, like this guy, like pretending like these are good spaces. Come on, Metters. You're better than this. You're fucking better than this. Just because they're women doesn't mean they do a good job. Some women are great. They're good on content. This Lily and AJ, they suck. They fucking suck. They bring nothing to the table. And all they do is when some conversation gets good and it's going back and forth, they knock you out. Like I said, that's why I am the king of fucking space. I can't even get in there. You're scared of what I'm going to say? Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, you're just soft. And last night was a great example. I'm listening there, and Derek from the chat, another overrated idiot who comes in and everybody thinks he's so wonderful. He's not only stinks. He's like, hey, let's talk about Castaway. It's like, this is what you're talking about in spaces. Really? Castaway. I miss Robbie V. Really bad. Great spaces. Sports, men's stuff, talking about real shit. Now I got to go in and I see fucking Kangaroo and AJ and Jessica and all these people that and this other woman. Holy fuck, Valerie. This is a great example of what's going on in these spaces. This fucking woman, Valerie. I'm sure she's lovely. I have no problem. I'm sure she's great. She literally goes on a rant in spaces. In a space with 25 people, there's about 10 speakers in there, and just doesn't shut the fuck up. I mean, just rambles on about absolutely nothing. Fucking nothing. You said nothing that was relevant at all. It was all bullshit. And these guys just sitting there, and nobody says, hey, Valerie, why don't you shut the fuck up? We just heard from you for fucking 10 minutes. Shut up. That's who you should be knocking out of the space. Nope. Well, we'll knock out this guy or that guy because we didn't. Because one time he called us a cunt. Like, you guys shouldn't run spaces for men. Go run your little women's spaces. Go put on some fucking makeup. Go do that. That's good. It's good content. There's a lot of women that would like that. Some women are a little tougher. They can handle it. You're not the type. You're not built for it. You're just not. So I'm out of those spaces. I'm never going back in there. I'm going to, honestly, I'll stick with Coach's Corner. I don't even get it. Coach's Corner is a better space. Honestly, Jake, he's a fucking animal. Like he's a delinquent. Last night he went off the rails. He's nobody you can ever trust. You never be able to trust Jake, and it's unfortunate. But Jake actually has real conversation. Like it's good conversation. It's better than what they're fucking bringing to the table at these spaces. And Manners just sitting there and be like, oh, Kane just looking for attention. And it's like, Manners, you shouldn't be in those spaces. pretending like these people are doing a good job. It's embarrassing. What we should be doing is kind of gathering all of us up and doing one space a week where we inviting the right people, have a great space, and leave these fucking people out of it. They don't belong in it. It's just a space full of just women now, and that's what you get. You get soft, weak content. That's more girly. It's okay. It has its place. I'm not putting it down at all. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it has its place. And it just doesn't have its place in the kind of spaces we were running. That would be my opinion. But you guys can go in there, have a great time, enjoy it. I just have no interest in it. I'd rather do the spaces with, honestly, I'd rather talk about some kind of subject or something. We had some good conversation talking about sports. It was fun. It was fun to see, Jackson be upset because Houston lost and, all the kind of stuff that went around. Jake lost a lot of money last night. That was great. We got to know that his mother holds his bank account. That was great information. It was good. It was good stuff. I mean, it was much better than what do you guys think about Castaway? It's like, oh my God, how awful is that? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just had to say it. I feel, I honestly, I'm saying it. I fucking miss memes. How fucking crazy is that? Where's Montante? Even he doesn't go into spaces anymore because these people are so bad. It's like, why would you go in with these people? I don't even blame them. You never see a lot of these people come in anymore. It used to be good spaces. And where's House of Pain? Where's Robbie V? Where's Danny from Bill Ricca? Even he knows now. He stays away. These women come in and they just are made co-hosts. And it's like, you guys are so apparent. Like, it's so obvious what you're doing. I don't know why you're trying to curry favor with these people. You're not going to ever, you're not going to fuck them. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. So, I don't know. I just thought it was just a bad display on spaces lately. Awful. Just not even, it's so bad. It's almost funny. It's like somebody said to me, like, if it's so bad, why are you watching it? It's a great point. It's a great point. I don't think I can. I mean, it makes me sick, but it's it's hard to turn away from because it's you watch people in there that are like real, like seem like normal men that know what's going on, and they just keep currying favor with these people that are fucking just useless. Useless. I mean, they're useless people. They bring nothing to the table. So anyway, it's unfortunate. We've lost manners to women's spaces. The people that were good in spaces, they don't let in. So they're gonna be awful spaces, and then we're stuck with Karen Reed stuff. So look, I'm PRC. I'm kind of on your side here. I kind of understand where you're coming from, and I really enjoyed his creative idea. To be honest, he had a great idea. To cut pieces of different shows and make a new show. That's a really good idea. That's creative. I like that. But maybe he's right about some of this stuff. Maybe he is right. Maybe it's better to just hold our network and hold it precious. There is some truth to that. I guess that sounds kind of ironic because I had Jessica Machado on, but I actually like her. I think she's actually a woman that who actually has a lot to say. Her show's really good. Her show today was fucking dynamic. It's a really good. These girls could never do this. They couldn't do what she does. They couldn't. They couldn't go on a live stream and talk for 2 hours about their life like she does. She couldn't do it. She's much more talented. So I think that's the big difference. These other people, they just go on. They don't say anything on stage. They don't say anything. So they're just not. It's just brutal content, and I feel bad for the people that have to suffer through it and pretend like it's good. Like it must be a hard road just to pretend like it's good because they're women. It's weird. I mean, it's okay. Like I can call it what it is. Jessica Shaw's really good. I'm sure there's other. I don't watch a lot of women's shows, but I'm sure there's a lot out there that are very good. It's not to do with that. It's to do with the people. I almost don't even blame them in a way. I blame the people that highlight these people, that make them seem like they're better than they are when they're not good. And you're the ones that are the problem. So they're just telling them this Valerie girl speaking for fucking 10 minutes straight. Somebody doesn't say, "Hey, Valerie, shut up. We've already heard you repeat yourself 16 times. We get it. We get it. You think you're really good. We think you're really popular and you're going to make a huge difference in the Karen Reed shit. You're not. You know what I mean? So just, can you talk for a minute and then let somebody else go? I mean, it's so sad. I was like, I almost wanted to hear Feds. How sad is that? Another fucking loser who's in there fucking currying favor with these people who knows these things suck. Pat Forge is lost. He's gone. He's fucking gone. He's a psycho. Last night, 11:30 that night, he was going to Cumberland Farms to get snacks, which I really enjoyed. I can't help it. But they don't think they see what's going on. These guys are just trolling them. They're just doing it on purpose to fuck with you guys. They don't actually think you're good. I know you guys love Pat. You love Fed. They don't think you're good. I know them. You don't know them. They think Fed's just this lighthearted, wonderful guy. Like, he's not. He don't give a fuck about you. So get that through your fucking head. He doesn't care about you. You know? You guys are being so manipulated. It's so funny to watch, but look, I got to stay out of there for my mental health because I can't help it. I can't. I understand, like, it's funny. You bring me in and just cut me off because you don't like something I say. Fine. Then that's fine. Like, it is what it is. But honestly, I'd rather do a space with Jake and Jackson and Roscoe and maybe two other people and just talk about shit that we want to talk about. This is better. It's a better space. And I'm with PRC, I think. I think these people infiltrating in here is not good, you know. There is some truth to it. There is some truth to it. And I don't think it's a hard and fast rule that it should only be KMS people. I don't agree with that per se, but I think there is a line, and you got to watch. You got to be careful with it. And I got to be careful. We don't want, you know. I was thinking about actually bringing Lily on, but you know what? Fuck her. I don't want to bring her on. First of all, it'll be boring. Nobody will like it, and she doesn't say anything. I don't ever hear her saying anything about anything that's irrelevant about her life or nothing. I don't know who she is. Nobody knows who these people are. No, Derek from the chat's no different. I don't know who he is either. I'd like to know. I should bring him on here and have an interview with him. He seems like an interesting, pretty decently interesting guy. Other than his, you know, Castaway thing that he wanted to talk about as a movie from fucking 20 years ago, or whatever. But a lot of these people we don't know much about, you know, and that's the best part about some of this stuff would be having these guys on and talk about their life and kind of how they got here. But what do I know, you know? I like the interview, so that's it. And you know, honestly, like my show on Facebook right now has been great. I reconnected with an old friend. We're best friends. I said like it's been pretty like emotional to kind of like we're scheduling. We're gonna go out for lunch and hopefully I'll get him on the podcast. We'll see, but like what a difference to what a you know, part of what I did it was stuff like this to reconnect with people, and it's just been, you know, it's nice to have those connections. And you know, you gotta pick your spots. And I don't want to talk to people in spaces that, you know, it's people talking about their lives and who they are is much more interesting than listening to a bunch of fucking people yap about nothing. To be quite honest. So I'll move away from that because I don't want to keep ranting about it. I would just say that if you're going in spaces with these people and you're pretending like it's good, you should just, you know, take a shotgun and do something with it. But anyway, so I'm in a little battle. It's probably more for Jess's show, but I've sent her some other stuff, so I'll talk about this here, I guess. More of a family thing, kind of in a little battle with the girlfriend right now. I'm actually curious to what people think about this. So yesterday, I've been going to work kind of later now. I've been doing some night shifts and stuff, trying to fix a few things at night. So in the mornings, kind of sleeping a little more. I mean, sleeping is 7:15, 7:30, whatever. So I get dragged out of bed last night. I'm sorry, yesterday morning. I get, can you help me? Can you help me? The girlfriend's like, I need to get. It was her daughter's car. Her daughter's car right now is sitting in our driveway. There is the alternator's gone. Like, it's not working. Every time we charge it up, the battery dies. So I get woken up and they say, hey, my girlfriend's like, we need to get the car so her boyfriend can use it. We need to get it charged in the morning. Like, we got to jump it. We got to jump it. Jump the fucking car that the alternator's fucked up. Okay. So I'm like, well, why would we do that? He's gonna drive it and he's gonna park or whatever, and it's gonna drain again. It's gonna be gone, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's none of my business, really. I guess none of my business, but it just fucking, this shit just bothers me. Like, it's just again, it's people just agreeing with things to agree with it without actually thinking about the whole situation. So anyway, not a big deal. So I get up. The parking, the driveway is a little tight, so her car was in the back, and I had to move my car up against the fence, and there's no way to get in and out. So basically, I'm going through the trunk to get out. It's a whole fucking thing. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, honestly, it's a pain in the fucking ass. So what they told me was in the morning, hey, we're gonna bring the car to this guy, and he's gonna take it from there. And also, which was nice, he's 17 years old. This kid, he has a good work ethic. I'll give it to him. He works his ass off. Not the brightest guy, but he works hard. And he was gonna plow the driveway too. And I said, wow, that's great. What a gift, Cool. And say, hey, look, I'll do it for that. I'll do it just for that. Crawling through trunks. It's hard. It's fucking a pain in the ass. We finally get the car started, and it's all the whole thing. It's snowing and all that shit. So they leave with the car. So okay, I go lay down. I'm kind of looking at stuff on Twitter, whatever. So I'm trying to get ready, getting up, take a shower. I come out, and the car's back in the fucking driveway. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Honestly, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is it back here? So of course, I was kind of like really upset. So stupidly, I called my girlfriend and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with the car? Why is it back here? She tells me, oh, well, we got you up in the morning just so it was charged, so he didn't have to do it. I am baffled by this kind of thinking. Like, it just boggles my mind. First of all, he's basically a mechanic. He fucking builds he puts in transmissions. He has a truck that he's worked on and done all the work on. The kid's handy. Why do I got to get up in the fucking morning and charge the car for him? Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't really want to be fucking running around the morning for some 17-year-old fucking kid. First of all, he shouldn't be using the car. It's not his car. Like, he's 17, lives with his parents. Ask your fucking parents for the car. Get a car from your own fucking family, buddy. You're not married. Who the fuck are you? Like, the car's registered not even to her daughter. It's registered to her. It's insured by her. And it's owned by her. So I say to her, why are you letting him use the car? And the response I get is so fucked up. It's so crazy. Basically, it's like, well, we had a fight yesterday, her and her daughter, and I want to be nice. And that kind of thinking is why women should not run a household. Honestly. That all women? Probably not. But that thinking right there is so fucked up. What are you talking about? Like, it's not his car. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, like, you're unhappy about it. But if he goes and cracks up that car because you had a fight the other night, what are you going to think about that? It's just so stupid. It's just so crazy. I was just baffled, like fucking just sitting there, like, I cannot believe. Then to top it all off, he never even comes and plows. I said to her, look, I feel bad for the kid because he's put in a position. And I know I've been there. We've all been there. We've all been young and had girlfriends. We understand. Like, when your girlfriend asks you to do something, it's hard to say no. But he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to fucking drive down here and fucking plow. He doesn't want to come in here and fix up shit, and fix stuff or do this or do that. They got him fixing brakes for her ex-husband. It's like, he doesn't want to do all that. Why won't you learn that he does not want to do that? And because we grow up a certain way. How do we grow up? Well, I know how I grew up. I was taught exactly how to treat women. Like, that was part of the conversation, is how men treat women. And then just what you're supposed to do. You open doors, you're chivalrous, you pay for dinner. Obviously you treat them really good. You compliment them, tell them they're pretty. Something that really doesn't happen a lot is teaching women how to treat men. And people, we don't really think about that a lot. And there's certain things that men do, and it's things that he said that I just know. When he says, hey, I want to go work on my car with my friends, that doesn't mean show up at his house, Like, she never learned that because nobody's ever told her that. They just say, hey, dude, men work for you. You don't work for them. That's how they're taught. So I feel bad for the guy. But in the end of the day, like, the thinking was, I'm going to rip you out of bed, have you jump through the back of fucking, jumping through trunks. I'm not fucking young and I'm fat. I don't want to be jumping over fucking in back seats through trunks and shit. for when he can come here because he's a mechanic and just start the fucking car himself. I don't need to do that. And like that decision making, I was so fucking pissed. Then I come back in the kitchen, and I don't know how people feel about this. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking crazy. Maybe I'm a fucking lunatic for saying this kind of stuff. In the morning, I don't ask for much, man. I just want to sit down at my fucking island. The island I'm paying rent for. I don't own it. Rent for it. I just want to fucking eat my bagel and not have to wedge a fucking plate into a bunch of fucking shit all over the fucking thing. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking for. Is like come downstairs. Come out of the room, eat my bagel up, and sit at a fucking island and there's not shit everywhere. So the night before, you would have thought it was like one of the Dave Portnoy unboxings. The whole fucking counter is covered with shit. There's nowhere to put anything, and I'm like, I don't understand it, man. I've come to the point where like when I come in there and it's like that, honest to God, I'm gonna take a fucking shot. I'm gonna take a trash bag and just throw it all out. I've gotten yelled at very badly for throwing shit out. I threw out a bunch of shit that I thought needed to go, and dude, I got fucking lit the fuck up. So I've learned to kind of pick my spots. You know, you got to watch what you do. There's certain things that I don't realize what they are. You know, it is certain women's products that I have no idea what those things are. Some of them are really expensive. I don't know what they are. So like, I shouldn't be touching those things. And I've laid on the sword and said, you are right about that. You know, there's just certain things that I don't know about. You know, it's like when my daughter says, bring me to Bed Bath & Beyond. It's like I could go to Bed Bath & Beyond and the language could be Chinese. It wouldn't matter. I don't understand anything in that fucking place. Like I don't want to. That's a place where you should have your mom take you, or my girlfriend. She's great there. Like that's a great, like me bringing you there. It doesn't help you. It's kind of worse for you. So you're better off just going with a woman, and there's just certain things that way. But all I want to do is come down and I just want to eat my bagel. I don't want shit all over the fucking place. I don't think it's much to ask, So honestly, she was kind of a little upset about it. Kind of worked through it, I guess. But these are the things that happened. There's a lot of people in the house, man. It's a fucking full house, which I love. I go back and forth with it. I have a little space downstairs, so I am able to, have some freedom. But for the most part, it's a work in progress. It's a lot more chaotic. Women, I'm realizing, girls and stuff, it's a lot more work, man. And to be honest, there's way more benefits than negatives for sure. I enjoy talking and being part of this, and it's great. It's just like some of these little things that add up, and I know it's probably more me. But it's like I don't want to be running around for a 17-year-old. I don't feel the need to do that because you want to curry favor with your kid. I don't care about that. Like I'll just tell him when you come here, fucking do it yourself. You want the fucking car, come do it yourself. First of all, I wouldn't even let you leave with the fucking car. If it were up to me, you wouldn't be taking the fucking car. Definitely not. Like, and again, like he's I guess a pretty handy guy, but every time I turn around, his truck's broken down when he fixes it. Maybe he's not as good as you think he is, He's gonna put in the alternator. Yeah, it's a big risk. Big risk. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure he'll be able to do it. But who knows? None of my business. But yeah, it was not great. Not a great situation. We worked through it. We made it. So we'll see what happens. I'll be back on, hopefully. I don't know. I think still is the plan to go back on Jess Machado's show on Wednesday, Bunny After Dark. Says I get 15 minutes. I got a couple things I'm bringing out over there. Hopefully it goes well. I thought we mixed well good. I think we mixed well together. I understand her people. You're from Fall River. She had some, some dynamic stuff she talked about today, which was, really, really sad stuff in a way. It was just like, it was great content. I didn't know this about her, that her stepfather was very abusive, and she talked about some of the stuff he made her do. And it was, it's just sad, man. Sad that people go through that. To come out the other side the way she has. I mean, she's come out pretty well. A couple other things to talk about. I mean, Mick, where the fuck is Mick Marks? I think we need to find out what's going on with this guy. I looked at his podcast feed the other day. He hasn't put out a podcast in over a month. A fucking month, Mick. Not good. He said something's coming out this week. I don't know. Is it coming out? Is it not? I mean, you put out 30-minute podcasts. You can't do one of those a week, Mick. Mick is too good not to do this stuff. I know maybe like he's got real talent. I don't understand why he wouldn't want to do it. He says he's going to do it. Hopefully this week is coming out. You need to be more consistent, Mick. Get better than this. You know, you can put out one every week. I really do believe in you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I need my fucking Beyond Average pod. It's a great podcast. Very enjoyable. But hopefully it comes out. And also, big news. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Blind Mike makes an appearance on the Menors. I don't know what he's calling the show. Minifandom, I guess. I don't know. Interesting to see where this is going to go. I don't think Menors really watches any of Blind Mike's content. I don't know. Blind Mike has some really good shows. I love his live shows. They're pretty good. Craig on there. They're funny. They're very organized. He's doing a great job. I mean, Blind Mike does a really great job with his shows. Nobody I'm happier for than that guy. You know, the show gone. I mean, that's your the next best thing, I guess, you know, and he does a great job. It's a totally different show. Obviously it's nothing, you know, it doesn't really resemble KMS at all. Which has been sad that it's gone. I do miss it. And, you know, I stand with my guy PRC somewhat I stand with. I think it was a little ridiculous to write that the fans are losers for wanting to watch the content. I didn't think that was nice. I've said a lot of things that aren't nice. Also, I don't think it should have came out in public. But that was, you know, although you got to be ready for it. You know, if you're going to criticize Menners and try to take down his network, you're going to fight hard. You know, you're going to fight dirty. So maybe some of that stuff should have come out. But for the most part, you know, it should be a great episode. I wonder where it's going to go. Are they going to talk about the top 50 list? Of course they are. Of course they are. You know, I really did have a theory. I don't know. At one point I thought Menners, actually, I don't know how I feel right now about it. I guess it will be proven wrong, but I kind of thought Menners dropped out of that top 50 list because he just wasn't going to go to Laconia. I think he didn't want to be, you know, he'd say he's going to come and then not come, and then there's a hole in the top 50 list. The show was in March. He's like December. He still doesn't have his tickets. I don't know. It's a little questionable. Luckily, he got moved back to June, so we're never going to know the truth for him. But I'm really hoping he comes. I don't think Jackson will be here. There's other people that say they're going to come, you know, like BDO or John 47. These guys I definitely want to meet. Not BDO. I don't know. Actually, I do like you. You're soft, you're weak, but I like you. John seems like an interesting guy to meet. And you know, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to meeting Jake a little bit. You know, I like to see like what it's like in person to see this guy. But I got a feeling those guys won't be there, so we'll be with the normal crew. So it should be a great show. But yeah, I'm curious about what he's going to talk to Blind Mike about. You know, it should be interesting. Not really sure how much you're gonna, you know, I don't know. I don't know what you can really talk about at this point. If you really don't watch his content, I don't know. Betters will figure it out though. So anyway, should be good. Looking forward to it. And I do hope PRC puts that show together where he mixes all the different shows and makes a new show. I think that's a great idea. Let's see what's going on here. Mix and love is fine. Like we all have girlfriends in this station. A boy, you know, not all of us have big sneakers. We have a girlfriend, boy. We don't know. Who knows what you're dealing with, but for the most part, we have somebody we love, and we still can go to work and do shit, you know, and still do our stuff. I mean, he's good on the mic. Why would he not do it? It's 45 minutes. You tell me he doesn't have 40. It's not even 45 minutes for him. It's like 30 minutes. He goes on, screams and rants and gets off. I mean, we deserve it. He owes that to the fans. Hi, Britt. How you doing? A bunny in the chat. Wow, that's big. Well, they are on my side. They are on my side. I mean, I don't see the thing is, Mikey, I come on here to talk about this is my therapy, Mikey. Don't you get it? Like that's like they don't watch this show. So it's my therapy. So this is where I come to talk about those things. I don't go up to their face and say these things. It really is not my business. I just have trouble letting it go. That's not a them thing. It's a me thing. But I don't want to be running around for stupid people. I shouldn't say stupid. That's not nice. I don't want to be running around for things that other people can easily do just to curry favor for somebody else. It's not what I want to do. So this is where you're wrong, dummy. Okay, it's not being a bad stepfather. He's not my stepson. If she said, "Hey, can you do this for my daughter?" in a second, I would do it. That's different, much different. It's a different scenario. I know you're kind of stupid, but it's a different scenario. That's the scenario that's different. Like if it's for one of her kids, and I've done a lot, so I don't. It's not that. It's the point of somebody else doing it for somebody's boyfriend because the mother wants to curry favor with the daughter. That's the problem. There's no need for that. Just tell her no. Hey, no, I'm not getting him up to do this. When he comes here, he can fucking do it himself if he wants the car. That's the conversation that should have been had. That's why somebody like me should be, that's why you need somebody with some kind of, I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say backbone, but that's not the right word. She can be tough when she wants to be. Somebody with just a little more thinking, like assessing the situation better, There was no need to do that. He could have came here and jumped the car himself, whatever. First of all, sneaks. I shoveled the driveway. I don't mind doing it. I'll shovel it every single time. That's not a problem for me. But if you're gonna do it, hey, I'm not gonna say no. And I thought it was a good gesture, Sneaks, because if you're gonna take a car that you don't have insurance on, you're not registered on, you don't fucking own, and you're gonna drive it around, maybe you should fucking plow the driveway. I mean, that's a nice gesture. It's good stuff right there. But then to not even show up and do it, you gotta wonder, these young guys, Yes, excited. I got some good stuff for Wednesday. I don't know. Jess is kind of interesting. Like you send her stuff on Twitter. I don't know if she sees it. So now like I have to text her directly and she responds back. So I don't know. I'm sure she gets a ton of shit. I sent her two kind of two stories that might be interesting for the show. We'll see what happens. What we got? Grab bags. Yes, and that's what I did sound like. That's what I come here for, Freddie. Come here for that. I come here to get, called on my shitty takes and therapy. Yeah. It's good stuff. I definitely was not complimenting her 2 hours ago. Trust me. I can't listen to somebody ramble for 10 minutes straight about nothing. I mean, she's horrible. Horrible on air. Horrible in space. Horrible. Terrible. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, my buddy's here. Where have you been? Stacy, where have you been? I would love to have him on the show for about 6 minutes and condense all your words that you're going to talk, and it'll go about 5 to 6 minutes max. We'll get you in here. You can say everything you have to say to me. Not a problem. She won't come on. I'm scared. It's a good point. Here you are listening, huh? It's fucked up, Freddie. It's fucked up. But they ramble about literally nothing. I mean, there's nothing to ramble. I mean, it's just so boring. It's all run, and I get to that, it's run by women now. It's who would want? I mean, it's the wrong stuff. You got the wrong people in there. Before we used to sprinkle them in. Now it's just like it's you got Anastasia pretending like it's good, like oh, this is good content. Yeah, because nobody makes fun of you. That's the only reason. Nobody busts your balls anymore, so everything's all good. Like that's a weird way to look at content. I still love you, but that's really what it is. We both know that's true. We both know. All right. I said everything I need to say. I'm going to get out of here. Meeting the friend for lunch. Yes. Rod's Grill. My good buddy used to work there for years. We were great friends. We kind of broke apart. We went through some hard times. And now we're back, all because of a Facebook podcast. Can you believe it? I believe it. I believe it. Which is also getting some good pub. People loving it. People are loving it. People after they come on the show, they message me and be like, "I was so glad I was able to talk about those things. Thanks for getting that out of me, Mike." That was really inspirational. Like I feel so much better now that I've gotten these things off my chest. And it's like that's what it's about. That's what it's about, you know. And I started doing all this in general just because I want to interview my own mother, who's going to be on very shortly. It's coming soon. That should be a good conversation. I think she's holding some heavy resentments on me, and she hasn't been able to admit it. I hope we can get it out of her. She's an amazing person. Just a true, the toughest person you'll ever meet. I can't just things that she did. I couldn't believe she did. I never saw strength in my mother until my brother was sick, and then I saw real strength. And hey, I'd love to get her on and talk about it. It's gonna be a good conversation. It probably won't make sense here because you guys don't give a fuck. But people where I live will. They'll enjoy it. And they're very nice on Facebook to me. Very nice. Are they bunny nice? They're not bunny nice, but they're pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's interesting, like what a world this is over here on Twitter. But it's it cut my teeth well. I know how to deal with trolls. I know how to deal with people that hate you. Able to put it together and not worry about it. So when I go over there, it's just nice. It's just nice when people are nice. So should be a great interview. Looking forward to it. Anything else? Oh, that's nasty. That's just fucking nasty, memes. That is a nasty comment. But see, this is what I miss in Spaces, memes. I miss this. I don't want to hear from Lily and AJ, whatever the fuck her name is, and that transgender Jessica. I don't want to listen to those things. This is what I want right here. This is what we're missing. Let's come back to Spaces meme. Once you start Spaces, once you get a good one going, get all the trolls in there. Let's have one that everybody leaves there really upset. That's what we need. Anastasia won't go in that one. She'll stay away. All the girls they won't go into that one. Like MM was a great. I mean, she used to fight. At least she used to fight, But before we just sprinkling with a couple, now it's overrun by women, and it's crazy. They talk about the wrong stuff. Should be doing podcasts about putting on makeup and going to the mall. It'd be better. Everybody be joyful and happy. And Derek from the chat can talk about a fucking movie from 20 years ago again. We can all be excited. Valerie won't like that, Doug. She won't be able to talk enough. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Have a good one. I'll see all the bunnies Wednesday. I'll see you guys next week.